teachers and the faculty and staff of Solebury School, my warmest congratulations on your many achievements and on your graduation from Solebury School today.
I remember the service trip last year. We went down to Mississippi to help rebuild a community which got destroyed when the Katrina hurricane hit. I think I got a lot from it, not just in terms of the physically, like fixing and building. It's more like you get to know that, oh, there's this group of people who were forgotten, and maybe by the government, maybe by the officials, but there's still like these organizations, these people, like cared about them. I was surprised that even though a lot of people, they lost their home, they lost everything down there, they're still positive towards their lives, even though they lost everything, and they appreciate what we did. I think that's something that's the most memorable.
And I'll never forget the first game. I was playing fullback, which is one of the defense positions. And I really didn't know what I was doing. It was the first game of the season. I was just a little freshman. But one of the seniors, Crystal, would tell me where I needed to be, what I needed to do. And we lost the game, but it didn't even matter because we just all had such a great time and it was so much fun. And each season of field hockey, because I've played all 4 years I've been here, has been amazing for me and a really great experience.
I remember wrestling because we wrestled New Hope Solebury, which is a much bigger wrestling program than Solebury is. And I got my chance, and the way they made this wrestler seem, it was like, okay, it was a David fighting Goliath. I didn't have a chance, really. And I beat him in the second period, which is a great feat, beating New Hope Solebury, and I just thought that was it was the peak of my wrestling career. That made me confidence builder. It was like I beat New Hope Solebury, like David beating Goliath.
I'll always remember after a long week of classes, sometimes me and a couple friends and a couple teachers would get together on the weekends and have lunch or dinner, and it was just something really unique about Solebury that I'll always remember.
The one thing I will always remember is how close I got to be with my teachers, and just the other day, Sarah Sargent invited us all over to her apartment, and we ordered takeout, and we were sitting there and we were playing Scrabble, and it was really fun, and just moments like that, because I really did get to become friends with my teachers, and I think that's very special.
So I will definitely always remember Phyllis Arnold. She was my singing coach. She ran chorus, and I remember one day we were preparing for county chorus, and I was preparing to be an alto, and she took me into the wing, and she had me stand up like this and pretend that I was 300 pounds, and she wanted me to sing like an opera woman. And I was so nervous and so afraid. I was like a freshman, and she was like, come on, come on, and she was jumping up and down, and she was like, sing like a woman. And she got me to just break out of my shell, and I was like, whoa, and I'll always remember that.
I took American Studies my junior year, but it ended up being a lot more than a class. It was an incredible bonding experience, just because the same 11 kids were put through the same rigorous curriculum, and at the end of that, we all came out really close as people and as friends.
In 10th grade, Steve, Benoit, and Christy took a bunch of Spectrum kids on a van, and we all went out to DC all together. When we got to the parade and got involved, it's a totally different mindset, I think, and something I never experienced. And I was involved in Spectrum pretty readily at that point, and I think the parade inspired me to participate more because of the impressiveness of it. When we walked along Pennsylvania Avenue, past the White House, and just the sheer number of people that were there. There were more than 200,000, just lining the Capitol building, and it was inspiring to see that many people out to make change, and that I could be a part of that. as a club, as a part of Solebury, is a memory I'll never forget.